from Chicago and the Philippines. A comprehensive review of the week's special community events, featuring many exciting personalities, handled by the most professional Chicago Philippine Reports TV staff.
No one will ever describe my administration as a toxic work environment.
New York Lieutenant Governor Kathy Hochul on Wednesday sought to distance herself from Governor Andrew Cuomo, who resigned on Tuesday after sexual harassment accusations. Hochul, New York's #2 elected official, made it clear during a news conference that no official who had behaved badly would keep their job when she takes over as governor in 2 weeks.
No one who is named as doing anything unethical in the report will remain in my administration.
Cuomo stepped down after the state attorney general concluded he had sexually harassed 11 women, creating a hostile workplace. Hochul, who had largely worked in Cuomo's shadow since being elected lieutenant governor in 2014, expressed support for many of his policies, including on social and environmental issues, but delineated a sharp divide on the issues that led to the governor's resignation.
I think it's very clear that the governor and I have not been close, physically or otherwise, in terms of much time.
As she prepares to take the helm, Hochul said she would spend the next 2 weeks evaluating the spread of COVID-19 and speaking with state health officials.
I am fully prepared to assume the responsibilities as the 57th governor of the state of New York.
Hochul, who friends and prior colleagues have described as hands-on, open-minded, and professional, will become the first female governor of New York, the country's 4th most populous state.
ViaTimes, vital news, vibrant views for the Filipino Asian communities in Chicago. ViaTimes for your most interesting and exciting reading and your party coverages. ViaTime has very interesting columnists. You name it, ViaTimes has it. Law, Filipino news, dentistry, immigration, humor, serious opinions, health, beauty, mysticism, Bata Corner, showbiz, and intelligently written editorials. Call ViaTimes at 773-866-0811.
Magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat and welcome to Veronica's segment of this show today. I have a very interesting non-Filipino guest today, and but he's Asian, like us. And his name, and he's from Vietnam. He's of Vietnamese descent, actually, and his name is Nguyen. Welcome to our show, Nguyen.
Hi, Veronica. Nice to meet you and nice to be on here as well. But yeah, my last name, spelled Nguyen, is the most popular Vietnamese last name. So you can always tell by our last name, as a Vietnamese person, if they have my last name. You could probably guess if you didn't, you ran into a Vietnamese person and you said, hey, I could probably guess your last name is Nguyen, and you'd probably be right.
We works for a company named digital.com, and he is the digital marketing executive of digital.com. We will be talking today about automating and offshore work instead of the labor incentive that we're having here. But right now we have a labor shortage, as we all know that. So the businesses, 3 out of 4 businesses have to resort to automation and outsourcing. Am I right?
Yeah, I mean, we did a survey about 1,250 business owners from across the nation, and those are some of the things that they were telling us that they were doing to deal with some of the labor shortage. So I think that as consumers, we all recognize that there is a labor shortage. When you go to restaurants, hotels, you see a lot of signs, hiring now, bonus now, right? So there's a lot of people there are a lot of businesses that we reopen that are looking for people to come work, and there's just not enough people to fit the need as we reopen all the businesses.
Because here in our country right now, we're really experiencing labor shortage because some some of the workers are under or collecting unemployment right now. And from what I heard, many don't want to go back to work. So I guess, do you think that's how it is?
Um, for me personally, I think that there is, that is definitely one big factor is that, there is the federal unemployment that has been given to the workers. And so I think that there is a perception that workers are making more money or equal money while staying at home. However, I also feel that there are several other factors that there is a labor shortage. And I think that there's just a rapid reopening in a lot of cities. And, it's just some people are, have more options now to go back and choose because there's a lot of more people hiring. But then, it is a big factor, like you said, and a lot of the business owners that we surveyed as well, they do believe that, the labor shortage is going to lessen once the federal unemployment assistance ends in September. And some of the, some of the state and local governments have already ended those and, have seen some people go back to work.
I see. Do you think okay, what is the benefit? Would that be good for the country to be promoting the offshoring and, you know, going back to tool machineries?
Yeah, I think that, there's, because of, we have to take a look at it this way, where, even prior to COVID, there was a lot of industries that were already looking at automated solutions and self-service solutions. And the trend has already been going to that area. We already had a labor shortage in transportation and some manufacturing as well. And so, businesses, in order for them to survive, they needed to figure out, how could they continue to produce? And so some of these solutions have been in play for quite some time. And I believe that, COVID and the shutdowns and now the labor shortage have just accelerated a lot of these business decisions quicker, right? So a lot of people are adopting these, a lot of people are considering them, making investments because automation doesn't happen overnight. And it's one of those things where, there's so many factors such as the COVID shutdowns and the labor shortage that are just getting business owners to say we really need to think about what's our long-term future and how to future-proof our business. So I do believe that automation is here to stay, and we've all kind of experienced it as well, like going through during COVID and during the lockdowns, and it will affect the labor force in the future. And I think a lot of businesses realize that, and some of these jobs that are currently being held by people could be automated. There are a prime example of that is hotels. So if you've been to some hotels recently, you see more and more hotels actually create automated self-service check-in, whether it's through an app or through other technology. They're allowing people to come check in without going to the front desk, use their phone as room keys. So there's no need to go to the front desk anymore. That saves on some staff and traffic and administration up at the front desk. But it also, because of COVID and a lot of people wanting to have a contactless, safer environment, we've changed our behavior now where, people do want this self-service option. They don't need to talk to somebody if they can get, they create an easy process to get through. So I do believe it will disrupt some industries and will affect some jobs, that, weren't currently, or, they'll affect some jobs that are, currently being held now.
Oh, the idea seems to be just for the benefit, a one-sided benefit, which is just going to be favoring the businesses instead of our workers, isn't it?
I think businesses are left up with a tough choice because, especially small businesses, they don't have the tremendous amount of capital to allocate to too many different solutions. So they have to think kind of long term. I do think that there will be future opportunities as these technologies become implemented. There will be different jobs, but the same jobs that we have right now, they may be less, and we'll be switching to more information technology type jobs, or people that can handle some of these these new technologies that are being implemented in the businesses. So there is an opportunity still for people to work in these industries, but employers are also looking at upskilling or reskilling some of their current labor force rather than hiring out new.
So you talk about some data that you want to present. Y- can you
Sure.
do it in just a short few minutes?
Yeah, definitely. So just a quick summary and some of our key findings. We recently did a survey of 1,250 business owners across the U.S. and just 13% of those had said that the labor shortage has not affected their business. So we can see that from the perception from a business owner that there is a big impact on their business with this labor shortage that's currently going on. And 3 out of 4 of these business owners have considered investing in automated solutions because of the labor shortage. Because I believe that some of these businesses do see this as something that they need to deal with in the future. We could have future pandemics. We could have future things that affect certain jobs. So I believe that they're trying to future-proof their business. Some of the other findings that we found out that was that some of the ones that are actually turning to automation, they feel like this is a permanent move, like we talked about before, that maybe some of these jobs wouldn't be returning back to the way they were, because when they're making investments in new technology, it is to deal with these jobs that they can't fill. 71% of business owners surveyed said that they also consider investing in freelance or offshore labor. So I know that we talked about that a little bit, and I can get more into that as well. But the last point that I'd like to make is that 73% of the labor shortage, business owners believe it's going to be a result of the unemployment benefits. And as they come to an end, we'll say that, it will lessen as a result of, the federal money. I do believe that the majority of business owners that we surveyed have the perception that the labor shortage is being a big factor of that is the unemployment benefits ending, or the unemployment benefits currently going on. But that's set to end in September, and we don't know from the administration if they plan to extend that or not. But I believe that the business owners feel that that's a big factor, so they're making decisions based around that. There's also some other factors as well. People have mentioned that childcare is a big factor of people not being able to find childcare at home. And with the schools opening, public schools opening, kids going back to school, I think that will also help to bring more people back into the workforce in combination with the federal unemployment benefits ending in September.
Can you clarify to me the benefits of upscaling or reskilling programs?
Yeah, definitely. So I think that this was a survey for business owners, but there are a lot of workers that when they talk about going back to work, it's not always about just the unemployment benefits that they're getting at home. It's sometimes they don't want to return back to the jobs that they were doing before. And there's a variety of reasons for that. And there are people that now, like I said before, where there are some people that are implementing automation, some other people that they're looking for different positions, and if they can't fill those jobs externally, they really need to look at the people that are currently working in their existing business. There's a lot of benefits to that because these people have been in your business for a long time. To understand your business, to understand the company culture, and if it's the right person and they're willing and they want to step up into some newer positions, it could be something that's beneficial for both the owner as well as the employee, where you're taking somebody that is working inside and maybe providing them the skills necessary to take on maybe a different role or advance their career as well. But I think a lot of business owners are looking inside. They're looking at if in different fields, there's a lot of new technology and new programs are always being implemented in businesses, and it's just sometimes now there's an opportunity for employees who want to actually step up into a different role to be trained and for that role and be a benefit for both the business and the business owner and the employee, of course.
All right, very interesting topic that we've discussed today. We're I'm sorry, we're running out of time.
No problem.
One last word from you regarding this topic of outsourcing and automation for our country.
Sure. I think that there are a lot of businesses that are, were forced to go into, completely remote, right? And some people were fortunate enough to work from home, and during the entire pandemic, businesses had to shift, create new systems, create new procedures, and for this remote work environment. And a lot of people experience remote work and flexibility for the first time. And I think that there are some opportunities where if businesses can't find local employees or don't need on-site offices anymore, there are plenty of opportunities out there where you can hire freelancers from anywhere in the world, really. But around the US, and a lot of people have already been working remote, that environment's already set up. You can hire, you have a bigger, wider breadth of people that you can hire from because you have the experience now to work in a remote environment. So the labor pool gets bigger, the opportunity gets bigger for employees, and the employers as well have a bigger opportunity to find people with specific skill sets. Either whether they be freelancers or full-time workers. Even bringing on contractors and freelancers to hire to handle specific tasks can free up time for your core employees to do some of the core business stuff, and they don't have to do everything, right? So there are a lot of business owners considering freelance that, and with more freelance opportunities, employees or people that are looking for work are going to the freelance route now because they know that businesses are looking for specific tasks or specific skills, and they can have the flexibility to work anywhere they want. So I think it's a trend that we'll see kind of both with the employers and the employees.
Interesting, very interesting. And to our viewing audience, Mr. Wee Wen of digital.com, is it?
That's correct, digital.com.
Digital.com is really gave us some very good insights about automation and offshoring for many businesses. And I thank you for gracing our show today. Maraming salamat. Thank you very much. In our language, how do you say it in Vietnamese?
Say it, come on. Yeah, come on, thank you. So thank you so much for having me on your show. And I really appreciate it. It was a good time, and hopefully we can see you next time.
All right. Thank you. And you keep us updated. We'll invite you again if there's any update about the offshoring and automation in our businesses. Thank you so much. Bye.
Thank you, Veronica. Bye.
It's more fun in the Philippines.
Magandang hapon po sa inyo lahat, and welcome to the Veronica segment of the show. Today, I have a very guapito person, very familiar in our show. He used to be on our show until he retired or got busy somewhere. This guy's name is Nick Vera Perez. No, he needs no more further introduction, but I still will introduce him. Nick has disappeared for a while in our show, but I know that he got so busy doing recording and concerts in the Philippines. Yeah, and he's such a good son, been taking care of his sick mom, and also very, and also studying for his master's degree. Believe it or not, this man is not really idle. That's why he disappeared. He got so busy. And I'm really so happy to introduce him and to interview him today in this CPR TV Veronica segment of the show. Nick, Mr. Vera Perez, he's also the man of the year of the Chicago Filipino Asian American Hall of Fame. I don't know. I cannot stop introducing this guy, but let us hear from him. Mr. Nick Vera Perez. Wow.
Hi,
Our show.
kumusta? Kumusta? How are you, Mami V? To all the viewers of CPR TV as usual, magandang araw po wherever you are around the world na nanonood ngayon. Please accept my good morning, good afternoon, or good evening sa inyong lahat kung ano mang ginagawa niyo.
All right.
Welcome to the show. Salamat. Thank you for having me, Mami V.
Nick, I really miss you. I haven't seen you for ages.
Hello. Iyakan tayo.
But I see you on Facebook. You're very, very active in Facebook, and so far very, very active in your I don't know what's this Kumu. What is Kumu?
It's a social app, a social media app. Parang Facebook din. Kaya lang it gives artists time to stream. It's actually open to everybody, and if you want to earn, you can also earn there. So ang maganda lang doon, dahil sa pandemic, you know, we are forced now to do whatever we can on our homes. So yung app na yun talagang tumulong sa akin aside. It's like putting Facebook Live. Yun. Kaya lang ang difference, ang Kumu, ang dami talagang mga viewers doon. And then they love when you sing. Actually, marami pang app, Mami V eh. Merong Bigo Live, may basta like there's 8 of them that are doing the same thing. You know, you stream, you get paid, and then you get more followers. But if they also don't like you, wala din nangyayari. You know, nagiging tambay na lang. Yeah, Kumu is very nice.
You know what, Nick? I salute you for being so tech savvy, and
Thank you pa.
to be like you. I'm behind. I'm behind in tech, but so far you've been talking to me about Kumu, and I have not. I don't even know how to get that app. Anyway, so far you've been so successful in doing that. All
Thank
over the
you.
world. Is this all over the world or just
Yeah.
in the Philippines?
It's a Filipino app. However, it's based in San Francisco or California. So, but I also heard it's owned by Troy Montero. Kasama siya doon sa mga owners. I just heard. I don't know if it's real. But then it's been streamed all over the world. Madaming pero mostly Filipinos, pero makita mo marami na ring whites and different races getting involved with Kumu. It's a free app you can download. Actually, nag-umpisa ito sa Android, hindi sa iPhone. So it's an app now na nandun na sa iPhone. You download it, you register for free, and then you start streaming. You learn along the way.
So far, many Filipino artists are also
Yeah.
all right.
Nandun si Regine, si Ogie Alcacid, Gary Valenciano, Daryl Ong. Halos na lahat eh kasi that became their platform to be showcased kasi wala na masyadong alam mo na gathering sa mga big screens. So Kumu was the next alternative for the Philippines. Yeah.
Okay, very good. And now, Nick, you are planning, or you have planned, or maybe you have changed your plan to have recordings and concerts in the Philippines. Can you update us about your plans?
Yes, it was actually set last year, May 2020, at Luxent Hotel Grand Ballroom. But then COVID came in, so we postponed. In fact, the first change we have was December 25 this year. So it will be changed to December 25. It's my first Christmas going home after 28 years in the US kasi I always go home every May. So unang-unang Pasko ko yun. And then kung mag-stabilize siya by November, we will push through going home. If not mag-stabilize, we will still go home siguro, but then it's just like vacation lang, and then no gathering, no shows. Yun lang ang mangyayari. Yeah.
All
It
right.
yeah.
But regarding your recordings, you have a listing of several
Yes.
recordings that you sent to me. And can you please discuss it for our viewing audience?
Yes, finally, we are bound to release 2 more records, and it will be a twin album coming out. So dalawa. It's my second album po. Ang title is MVP 1.0, MVP Once More. It has 12 tracks, all original, 6 Tagalog, 6 English. Walang itapon, Mami V. Walang itapon sa mga kanta. Hindi katulad sa mga ibang mga albums na you only like 3 or 4. Ito lahat as in they can pass the soundtrack. Pwedeng i-soundtrack sa mga teleserye, and then pwedeng i-soundtrack sa mga big screens. It's a very compact music composed by Adonis Tabanda, and then it will be digitally released over 220 platforms worldwide. So kahit may mga countries kasi walang iTunes, pero meron silang Kubos o kaya meron silang Amazon, Google Music, so they can download the songs there. And then this will be released po, ang second album, 2 or 3 weeks from now. And then, ang album number 3 is my first Christmas album, has 10 songs, 6 doon ang original. Ang 4 naman, I'm so thankful, pina-revive nila sa akin, but in a different format. So you will hear I'll Be Home for Christmas in jazz. You will hear Jingle Bell Rock in jazz. You will hear Oh Holy Night in a solemn contemporary way. And then you will also hear The Most Wonderful Time of the Year in jazz. Can you believe, Mami V? Lahat ito ginawang jazz, which is very nice, very nice. So I'm just so thankful, pinaiba nila yung version sa akin. So I said, I'm willing to do that. And then this will be released around November this year. So twin albums. And then the contract says 2 albums every year. So next year, lalabas yung 4th and 5th album. Kasi yung 4th album, ang title po is Mga Lihim ng Puso. 8 songs na nandito sa akin, hindi ko pa naaaral, Mami V. Kasi pinapolish ko pa yung Pasko, yung Christmas songs para i-record ko siya by September. And then alam nyo naman, when you record, it has 4 stages. You record, you edit, you mix, and then you master. So sa itong album 2 na ito is nasa master stage, katatapos lang. Kaya ang releasing stage ngayon is undergoing mga how legit are the songs, how original are they before they get released to the crowd. So yung mga ganong process, Mami V. Kaya I'm also planning, we will concretely, perhaps we will concretely stabilize MVP One World as a music distributing recording company na very soon. So we are on the negotiation kasi you have to read like 12 contracts. So pag nag-materialize lahat yan, we will not just be entertainment para sa showcase, we will also be a recording company na. Parang Sony Records, parang ganun. It will be MVP One Music. So hopefully, yun ang mga future plans. Dati wala yan sa mga plano, pero unti-unti, di ba, as you go along, you'll see potentials and then you grab it. So yun naman so far.
Sounds
So I hope
so
supportahan nila.
exciting. Very, very exciting. But so when can you give us a sampling of your song?
Pwede ngayon, Mami V.
Pwede ngayon.
I was thinking of ibibigay ko sa iyo yung kanta na yung career single po. Ang title is Laging Ikaw. Ang Laging Ikaw is ito yung sinasabi ko, parang teleserye. Sa umpisa, parang hangin lang ang pagkakanta, pero bandang huli, alam mo naman mga Filipino, mga high notes, yung mga gano'n, darating na yon. Minsan nga nag-perform ako ng sample. Pagdating nung high notes, nahulog yung backdrop ko, Mami V. Kasi lumalayo ako sa mic. Kaya nahulog yung backdrop. Anyway,
chandelier.
Yung chandelier, talaga kahapon yun. And then I will also be sa FYE channel, which is an ABS-CBN channel, maybe a week from now. And they're trying to schedule me after the school. So sabi ko, I cannot do weekdays. Kailangan talaga weekends. So, sa ngayon, pwede na weekdays kasi off ako for 2 weeks. Kaya they immediately contacted me. Oh, tapos ka na sa finals mo. Pwede ka nang magano. So,
All
I'm
right.
happy. Okay, here it is. Kung ready ka na.
Okay, ready.
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, title po nito is Laging Ikaw. Sana magustuhan ninyo. Live na live po. Puso ko'y lumulundag sa saya. Bawat araw ay laging naiisip ka. Ikaw ang nahanap sa pagsikat ng araw. Gusto kitang kapiling at laging matanaw. Nasanay na lang ang aking puso. Sa isip ko ay laging ikaw ang ako. Laging ikaw ang hanap. Laging ikaw ang pangarap. Habang ako'y humihinga, mamahalin kita. Laging ikaw ang nilalaman ng puso ko't isipan. Buhay ko'y nag-iba, bawat sandali kasama kita. Nakakakilig. Ganito lagi ang aking nadarama. Sa luminan ay niyayakap na. Ayaw kang nakikitang naluluma. At mamahal ko ang naisip ika'y nasanay na lang ang aking gusto. Sa isip ko ay lagi ikaw at ako. Laging ikaw ang hanap, laging ikaw ang pangarap. Habang ako'y humihinga, mamahalin kita. Laging ikaw ang nilalaman ng puso ko't isipan. Buhay ko'y mag-iba, bawat sandali kasama kita. Ang awit ito ay aking inaalay. Sa'yo lang ang puso ko at ang aking buhay. Aking buhay. Laging ikaw ang hanap, laging ikaw ang pangarap. Habang ako'y humihinga, mamahalin kita. Laging ikaw ang nilalaman ng puso ko't isipan. Buhay ko'y nag-iba, bawat sandali kasama kita. Buhay ko'y nag-iba, bawat sandali kasama kita. Maraming salamat, Mami. That is
Wow,
Laging Ikaw.
Fantastic, Nick.
Thank you, thank you.
Is that song your own lyrics and
Yes,
background? I mean,
music.
background.
Yes.
Oh my
It's all original. All original yung mga ang susunod sa album. Kasama ito. This is the carrier single. Laging Ikaw. Ang daming sa Kumu, ang daming nagre-react. They like the -1 na daw. They wanna sing it. Sabi ko, wag niyo ako unahan. I-release mo na.
Pamagsak yung chandelier. Oh my God, Nick. Congratulations. I'm so
Thank you.
proud of You're so multi-talented.
Thank
And
you, Mami V.
also, is that recording? Is that a part of the twin recording?
Yes, kasama po ito sa second album, MVP 1.0. And then lalabas ito sa iTunes, sa Spotify, 2 to 3 weeks from now. As in, siguro nga, bago nga mag-September eh. We're just waiting for the complete, yung processing na dinadaan niya ngayon kasi ready na yun, master na lahat, di ba? So, clearance na lang. Once matapos na yung clearance po, Mami B, doon na. It will have an opening.
Yeah, how many songs so far you've recorded?
12. And I still have to record 10 more. And then para maging 22 songs. Dami.
Nick, I thought you were busy taking care of your mom, busy with your studies, and where do you find time to do all this?
Kasi alam mo, ang tingin ko ganito, kasi nagkataon lang siguro, knowledge is power. Kung alam mo yung aspects ng tao, yung needs natin, may mga sexual needs, psychological needs, biophysical needs. If you know all of them, you have to satisfy each of them every single day. Dahil kung hindi, diyan mo makikita ang mga mentally unstable people, Diyan mo nakikita ang mga taong very insecure kasi they don't get to fill in yung mga tasks na dapat natin gagawin. So sa akin, Mami V, I find that ang pinaka comforting sa akin is music. And then, so halimbawa, like now, I'm talking to you, si mama nasa baba, nag-gym exercise with my niece. So nagkataon kasi yung niece ko, tumutulong na sa akin ngayon. They're here, pero temporary lang, 3 months, and then they go home. And then so far, si mama din nagiging very independent na rin. But, I made sure, meron akong sistema, like 7 a.m., this is what you have to do with mom. Mga medications niya, 8 o'clock, and then how do you check your blood pressure bago mo ibigay yung meds, check mo yung blood sugar, tapos lahat yun, i-combine mo yun, tapos naghahanap ako, Mami V, ng mga butas na time. Pag sinabi kong butas, mga 3 to 4 hours, that's when I inject yung aking music sa mga
Wow.
Yeah. On top of that, ang hirap, ang pinakamahirap, Mami V, is meron pa akong garden which requires 30 to 45 minutes watering each porch. Dalawa yun, di ba? Sa likod tsaka sa harap ng lawn. Kaya, doon medyo nahirapan ako lately. Pero so far naman, kaya naman, it occupies my time. Yes.
And nag-gardening pa, nag-house cleaning, and nag-studying, and taking care of mom. Oh, Nick.
Yeah.
And then,
masama pang loob ko, Mami V, pag masama ang loob ko pag 2 mali, 3 mali sa test.
Oh, wow. Oh,
Hindi kasi sa akin, Mami V, pag may mali ka sa exam, and then like ako, I resigned sa nursing completely, babalik naman ako pag yung graduate na ako ng master's, but it's not gonna be on bedside. Pero sa akin is, kung wala kang ginagawa masyado like before, like when you work 8 hours, there should no reason for you to have a mistake sa exam. Yun ang sa akin. Kasi of all the times na nagbabantay ako kay mama, consider ko yun parang dead time. So I'm gonna keep reading. Ganun. Kaya kung may 1-2 mali, sabi ko, oh my God, I'm getting old. I don't remember.
Yeah, you are such a perfectionist, and you know that, right?
Yeah. Pero hindi ko na lang dinidibdib. Yeah.
Okay, we're running out of time.
Thank you.
You want to mention something about your upcoming concerts?
Yeah, I would like to invite everybody to follow me on all my social media handles. Iisa lang po ang social media handles ko. Karamihan po may blue check, meaning verified. All Nick Vera Perez. So, kung may mga nagpapanggap na Nick Vera Perez outside, which meron, do not conform to them. Kasi, Mami V, balita ko yung ibang Nick Vera Perez nanghihingi daw ng pera. So, if you don't talk to me straight, yung may blue check, hindi po ako yun. Mga poster po yun. So, I remember si Mami V naging victim na rin. Scammers. Naging victim na rin si Mami V before. And then si Daddy Joe naman lately. So, kahit wala na si Daddy Joe, ini-scam pa rin siya. Can you believe this?
Hinahack siya.
Hinahack siya. Me and Ron was like, Ron, look at this. So, anyway, inviting all of you to follow Nick Vera Perez. Ang shows po is mamaya, basically mamaya 10 p.m. sa Chicago or 11 a.m. sa Manila. Meron pa kami sa Kumu, which is a solo stream all dedicated for the charities ng Smile World. And then after that, meron tayo sa Facebook Live, but this is also ticketed at $14.99, which will be September 12. Album listening. If you want to listen to the album po, you can really go to the page of NDP One World and then just press get access and then just pay. It's only $14.99 compared sa first album. Naalala mo, Mami V, first album natin, it's $299 per ticket, right? Kasi may dinner naman yun and everything. So it's Facebook Live, $14.99. So I hope you guys can come. Just share a moment. It's only 30 minutes. Yan. Maraming salamat kay Mami B for having me and sa inyo for having the time to listen and watch the show. Maraming salamat po.
Maraming salamat din sa iyo, Nick. And I hope to see you in the very near future.
Yes.
With Mommy.
Magkita tayo, Mami V. Pag magkita tayo, isa-set up ko yung V8 mo and yung microphone mo. So you can play everything aside from yung mga background mo. You will have all these sounds. You will have this. Mga yan, magkakaroon ka niyan lahat. It's very easy. It's like eating breakfast lang without preparing the breakfast. Ganun lang kadali.
Well, I need your help to set it up. I would not know. I really am bad in technology, and I need your help.
Yes.
Okay.
Lalo ng streaming, alam mo, magandang contest ng Cprtv. I think it's time for you to, at the same time, earn while doing it. Kasi, Kumu will be the place. On top of that, yung mga YouTube mo, it will be so nice to do that. Materialize everything. Kasi darating sa point na whether they watch or not, dumarami rin ng watchers with their friends and families. That really helps.
Oh, yes. Okay. Teach me, please. Okay.
Yes.
When we see each other, yeah, I hope in the very near future.
Opo.
All right. You take care and send my regards to your mom. And maraming salamat. Bye.
Bye. Thank you po. Thank you.
We would like to welcome all of you to Baladna Jewelry. We have a very big selection of 21 karat gold jewelry imported from the Middle East, from Dubai, Saudi, and Bahrain. And we have a very big selection of diamond. We offer free financing for 6 months, and we have a layaway system which you can leave your stuff for 3 months. We repair gold and we buy old gold. Welcome to Baladna Jewelry.
Salamat po.
Good afternoon. This is Brigitte Carino Cueter bringing you this week's local news from our community. The Illinois State Fair, along with Governor J.B. Pritzker, announced that 11 healthcare workers from around the state will serve as the Grand Marshals for the 2021 Twilight Parade. Since early last year, our brave healthcare heroes have kept Illinois communities safe as the COVID-19 pandemic changed the lives of residents in every corner of the state, said Governor J.B. Pritzker. Their ceaseless dedication to providing the best possible care for their neighbors saved lives. I look forward to honoring their sacrifices during this year's Twilight Parade, and I urge all Illinois residents to show their appreciation by receiving the COVID-19 vaccine. We are proud to have our frontline healthcare workers and spiritual leaders take center stage to kick off the 2021 Illinois State Fair, said Jerry Costello II, Illinois Department of Agriculture Director. It is their hard work and dedication that have seen us through this past year and a half, and now allows us to welcome folks back to the Illinois State Fair. The Grand Marshals represent all regions of the state. Cook County Board President Tony Preckwinkle was joined today by community leaders, tech innovators, cultural institutions, museums, nonprofits, and other partners to announce Project Rainbow, a new county-created, family-focused recovery initiative designed to address the education barriers and learning loss exacerbated by the pandemic. Through this initiative, Cook County and its Project Rainbow partners will produce new video content, or repurpose existing informative and educational content to be used by children and families. To broaden the scope of the initiative's possibilities, future Cook County initiatives and programming involving children, families, or the arts will now be recognized by the county as Project Rainbow initiatives. The Illinois Department of Public Health, IDPH, is launching a new immunization portal, VaxVerify, that will allow Illinois residents 18 years and older to check their COVID-19 vaccination record. VaxVerify can be accessed at https://idphportal.illinois.gov. As more businesses, events, organizations, and others require proof of vaccination, Illinois residents will be able to confirm using VaxVerify that they have been vaccinated for COVID-19, said IDPH Director Dr. Ngozi Ezike. With the current surges in cases, more people are making the decision to get a COVID-19 vaccine, and this new tool will aid residents in confirming their vaccination where needed. Illinois State Fair concert goers with tickets for the grandstand track area, also known as standing room only, are required to provide a print or digital copy of vaccination or a negative COVID-19 test within the previous 72 hours. Ticket holders can register in VaxVerify to check their immunization record for documentation of COVID-19 vaccination. More and more companies, such as United, Google, Netflix, Morgan Stanley, Saks Fifth Avenue, Ascension Health, and Lyft are instituting vaccine requirements for at least some of their employees. As the countdown begins for the upcoming NFL season, millions of fans will soon be flocking to cities across the U.S. to support their favorite team. But have you ever wondered which U.S. city offers the best game day for the NFL? By creating a game day index, a new report by Action Network reveals which U.S. city provides the best overall experience and is the ultimate destination to watch the NFL, with Chicago receiving the worst score of 5.89 out of 20. A new report from Action Network has revealed which of the 30 NFL cities are the best for game day. Home of the Falcons, Atlanta sits at the top of the list with the highest score. The data suggests that Chicago is the worst U.S. city for the NFL game day, receiving a score of 5.89 out of 20. 30 cities from around the USA house our NFL sides, but which one really offers fans the best experience and is the ultimate destination to watch the game? A new report from Action Network has revealed which U.S. city, home to the NFL side, offers the best overall experience for gameplay. The U.S. Senate passed the Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act on a broad bipartisan vote of 69 to 30. This historic bill includes many of President Joe Biden's economic priorities, including record investments in minority-owned businesses, broadband infrastructure, expanded funding to track and address climate change, while also including the largest ever federal investments in roads and bridges, clean drinking water, and more. After the Senate passed the Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act, U.S. Secretary of Commerce Gina M. Raimondo released the following statement. I am deeply thankful for the unwavering commitment of the Republican and Democratic senators who led the process to get this done. Throughout the entire process, President Biden showed incredible leadership, keeping these talks together and encouraging all of us to remain committed to this bipartisan approach. Passing a bipartisan infrastructure bill sends a message to nations around the world about the strength of our democracy and what we can accomplish together for the benefit of all Americans. The investments in this bill will better position the United States to compete globally, strengthen our supply chains, and create millions of good-paying jobs, all while making our economy more resilient and just. That's all for today. Thank you for watching our news this week. This is Brigitte. See you next time.
I think that is really true. And I also heard I think some counties are giving money like $100 so people can get their vaccine. I think it's another way. I mean, you shouldn't be paying for somebody for their health, right? But because of how things are, how bad things are, you have to be creative, as what you said, in going out there and making people get them, because they are coming from different directions. They have their own reasoning, but yet the numbers are ridiculous, or it's rising up, and it'll be towards our disadvantage if they really don't get it. So I think we just really have to go out there, and I don't know how else can we let them be aware.
Yeah, it's awareness, very, very important. And knowledge is power. We have to be vigilant in knowing what's going on around our environment and also our community, because we are out there, and if people who were not vaccinated are around, moving around without having the vaccine, it's not fair. It's being what do you call this one? They're not sensitive to the health welfare of other people. And if we will just have get this vaccine and be more comfortable to go around. Doing best practices is still the best, like washing hands, using sanitizer, wearing masks. I know that they were saying if you are vaccinated you don't have to wear masks, but I think it's a lot better for everyone to be vigilant in protecting themselves, because when we go home we are with our family and our loved ones, and if we catch something else out there, and it's not safe for to bring home the virus. And I think we have to always perform best practices any time.
That's right.
Anywhere.
That's true. So I think it's all a cumulative effort that I see from everyone, from the caregiver to the people living in the house, to the patient, to the nurses, the caregivers, everybody else, the providers that are really working hard to do this. So guys, I have given you just a little bit of update on what's going on out there. We hear so many things, but if there's something that you hear, please don't believe it right away. You can research on it and get more facts, more statistics. That's the only way to beat knowledge deficit. If you don't have that, then dig deeper. What's the truth here? So I think it is very optimal for everybody to do their own research if they're still very skeptical. That's the only way I could tell you. Watching the news or everything else you think may be skewed, but if you do your own research, you may find what you're looking for. So folks, this is this time that I'm giving you again some tips and just giving you what's going on out there in the community. My name is Melody Dizon, and this is Miss Norma Figueroa.
Can I say something?
Sure, go ahead.
I would like to reach out on those individuals that are homebound, those people who have disability, and reach out. You can go to IDPH's a site, and there's a lot of eye care providers that can give you the vaccine. So it's everywhere. And now we are it's okay for us to give you the vaccine anytime. For American Home Care, we are giving vaccines on Thursdays and Tuesdays and Thursdays, because we don't want to waste the dose. When you open a vial on Moderna, there are like 10 doses, and as much as possible, we would like to reach out to those who really need it, so that we can give the vaccine to everyone who
wants
really
it, right?
needs it.
Yeah.
Yes.
So does that mean that people can call and you go to their homes?
Yes. You can go to iCare or IDPH, and you can see our sites there. There are quite a few iCare provider, and if you can call them, they will schedule for the vaccinator to come and give you the vaccine. And awesome. It is our advocacy to have to give the vaccine to all people who needs it. And I think if we will be more aware of what's going on in our community or in our environment, then it is our responsibility to also get vaccinated, and
That's right.
we will be all comfortable.
That's right.
And hopefully we can get out from
I
this
know.
virus, which is like it's getting rampant again.
I know,
And,
it's crazy.
yeah, let's be safe, and let's do those best practices
That's right.
all the time.
That's right. Well, thank you so much, Tita Norma. The information you have given, and you pleading and letting people know really what's going out there, give them at least a light or some information of what truly is going on out there. But if you're in the Lincolnwood area and you would like to have American Home Care Express give you the shot, you can call them. What's the phone number that they can call?
847-763-9420. You can even email us, and we can be there for you. Not only in Lincolnwood, we can also do suburbs and south side.
Yes.
We reach out to everyone.
That's wonderful. What's the number again?
847-763-9420.
9420. All right, folks. Again, this is Melody Dizon and my special guest, Norma Figueroa, saying good night to you all. Thank you so much.
Be safe.
Thank you. Bye-bye.